Hello and welcome to another edition of kid-friendly games. This game is called Rocket League. It's a bunch of fun, and I'll sum it up in one sentence. It's soccer with cars. That is basically the entire game. There are a bunch of different modes. I'm going to go into that. There's some pretty cool features. I'll show you some of that stuff, but this is going to be a short video. Alright, so first up, we've got our car. All of the cars in Rocket League look pretty insanely aggressive. They look like an RC car, and I think that's kind of what they're meant to be. They all have, you guessed it, rockets in them because this is Rocket League after all. So these are the vehicles, and we're gonna hop right here into the garage. So when you're in the garage, you can select different skins, if you will, different body styles. This actually does change gameplay. There are a couple different body styles, and they have different hitboxes, so that's not necessarily super important to know right at the beginning, but it does factor into gameplay. You can change the color of the skin, you can change the decal, you can change the pattern, you can change if they're animated or not, you can change the wheels, you can change all sorts of stuff. So there's a ton of cosmetics here in this game that we don't need to go into basically anymore. So let's hop into the shop. So here we are in the item shop. You can select different things to purchase with premium currency. Now there are different ways to do this. You can buy the season pass and earn it that way, but you have to buy it with this premium currency again, which you have to get with real US dollarinos. So you do have to spend money at some point if you are going to get all these cosmetic upgrades. Again, these are all optional though. Because this is a free-to-play game, you don't have to buy any of that, but be aware that there is a part of the shop where you can spend real money on this in-game currency. And so this is the screen that would come up if your son or daughter came up to you and said, "Hey, I want the season pass." It would pull up these screens and, you know, prompt you to buy this premium currency. Okay, when you're on the home screen, you click play. It's going to give you different modes: casual, competitive, tournaments, custom games, extra modes, and training. And if you click on casual, it'll let you select the number of players. So 2, 3, 4 players per team. If you select the extra modes, you'll have the option to play rumble, drop shot, hoops, and snow day matches, which are all variants on the soccer with cars theme. Alright, so here we are in the actual game. You are an RC car with rockets, and you're trying to get that ball in the opposing team's goal. That is literally this entire game. And I'm going to show you a couple of different modes right now. So here we are in a game of Rumble. Now in a game of Rumble, you can use all sorts of crazy power-ups. There's a boxing glove power-up, there's spikes, there's a plunger, there's one where you can switch with other cars. So all of that, it's pretty chaotic, but other than that, it's still the exact same game. You're trying to get that ball in the goal. Alright, so this new mode is called drop shot, and you are trying to get the ball through the floor. So the ball has a shell on it, and you're trying to smash that shell off and then take out hexes and put it through the floor, like in 3, 2, 1. Alright, next up we have a game called Hoops. It's pretty straightforward. Instead of making goals straight on, you're trying to get them over the top, and that is this entire mode. Finally, we have the snow day mode, and what this does is it replaces the ball with a hockey puck. Alright, now that we've gone over what the game is and all of the different modes, let's actually talk about the ratings. Okay, so for the language score, we have a score of 3 to 10, and that's because if you disable any kind of chat function or any kind of voice chat, then you're really not going to run into any issues. The nastiest thing that's there is simply a bunch of symbols jumbled up together to represent frustration, represent a swear word without actually being a swear word. So kind of rides the line there, but that's why we give the language a 3 all the way up to a 10. If the voice chat is enabled and you get into a lobby or a game with a random person and they start cussing, you can report people for that kind of behavior because Psyonix, which is the company, does not like that kind of behavior. But it is a possibility if you are playing this game and you're not playing with friends you already know. As for a violence score, this gets a 1. Everything's a car. There's no people whatsoever. There's no kind of blood, but it is a really loud game. There are a lot of explosions, a lot of kind of loud noises, so it's not like this peaceful, serene game, but there's no kind of bodily violence going on. And as for adult material, we have a perfect 0. Again, I'm always happy to report that there is absolutely nothing in this camp. So now for the lessons that this game teaches. Really, if you want to play this game at all competitively, then you are going to absolutely need people that you play with on a regular basis, and it trains you to communicate with them exactly what you're doing. And that's because this game functions like a real life sport, like soccer or basketball or what have you. And so that communication is absolutely key. Finally, to wrap up, let's talk about the fun score. So I gave this a fun score of 7, and that's because it is a lot of fun. It is especially fun if you're trying to compete, you're trying to score goals, you're trying to get better, you're playing with friends, you're playing with mom and dad if they have a controller. I mean, so this game is a lot of fun, and right now it is free on the Epic Games Store, and I hope you enjoy it. All right, that's it for this video, and I can't wait to see you next time.